Good evening and welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. This actually is our Christmas Eve show. It's not Christmas Eve, but we won't be on tomorrow night on Christmas Eve. So consider this our Christmas Eve show. Phone line is open and well, probably works. There's a phone number up there that you can call, or you can send us an email at the email address, which is KECHOLS47 at gmail.com. And we'd love to hear from you either by phone or by email. We there's no need talking about the past. Let's just go to the phone here. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Mid-End.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, have you got the great book around?
I do have the great book.
Okay, I got a date and a phone number for you.
Date and a phone number. Is this Stu?
Yeah.
I thought so. Let's hear it.
It's January 11th, 2025. It's Mid-End Fire Department.
Mayodan Fire Department on January 11th.
And the phone number to pre-order is 336
Okay.
427 5977.
336-427-5977. Mayodan Fire Department, January 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, do you know how much will it cost?
Oh, $9 a quart.
$9 a quart.
I think he said $9 a quart. And I think 35 for a gallon. I think is what he said.
$9 a quart.
I'm not sure.
35 for a gallon. Okay, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it, Mark.
They got. Oh, okay. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and all.
Well, you too, Mark. Merry Christmas to you, and thanks for letting us know.
Okay, thanks again.
Good night. Okay, folks, there it is. Stu, January 11th, Mayodan Fire Department. The number is 336-427-5977. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening. You sound very formal.
Just want to say I want to wish everybody in the Star News viewers a Merry Christmas.
Good.
And to the staff of Star News, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And the staff wishes you the same.
Well, let's get down to business.
All right. What business do we have to transact?
The Buffaloes won last finger.
Oh, that's right. The Buffaloes, who turned out to be boys to men.
Won.
Boys to men is who they were. And they were
great.
I
did not fix it.
Well, I wasn't going to bring that up. I do say, I have to say this, though, now that you've said that.
Well, let me call you. Well, let me call you back. My phone's messing up again.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. We'll count that as one call since his technology was failing him. We'll have him call back pretty soon now. What he's talking about was Masked Singer won by the Buffaloes when they took the heads off of them. Or took the buffalo, they kept their own heads, took the buffalo heads off of them. They turned out to be the 90s group, Boys to Men, winners of the Masked Singer. And the second place finisher, who was dressed up like a wasp, was Mario. And they were both really good. It may be that Charles's phone is messing up more than he realized, because he's not calling back. Not hearing from him. But I'm sure he has his technicians, and he has quite a large staff of technicians working on that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening again, Mr. Ken. I'm sorry about that.
Boy, that does sound like a different phone.
Yeah, this is the house phone.
Okay, so Buffaloes, they were boys to men. Did you have any idea who they were?
No, sir, but I'm happy that I did bet the farm on it and I won.
Did you win another farm? What did you get?
Well, I betted my farm against $3,000, and I got somebody's $3,000.
You bet. Hang on. Hold on. I feel faint. You bet your farm against $3,000.
Yes, sir, and I did me. I enjoyed taking that money from that person.
Yeah, well, how would you have enjoyed losing your farm?
Well, I have another one.
Okay. Farms galore. All right. Well,
Yeah,
it didn't turn out that way, but I'll tell you the truth. If I was going to bet my farm, I would want a little more than $3,000 commitment from the other party, but that's your business and not mine.
well, that's all they had.
Okay. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense either, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's better to win a bet than to lose one. Now, we also need to say a quick word about the runner-up, finished second to the Buffaloes, Mario. He was really good too.
Oh Lord, yes, he was great. I didn't even guess that he was a professional singer. I mean, all of them sounded great.
Yeah, that was one of the best final twos they ever had.
Oh yeah, but I had a I had a horn, a buffalo of an idea that them three would have made it.
Okay. Well, they did. So good for them.
Well, well, at least I got this one right now. I go for two next year.
Okay. We'll see. We shall see.
Mr. Key, will you have a show on the 31st or the 30th?
Yeah, we should be. We plan to be on regular schedule next week. Probably going to be on New Year's Eve and New Year's night.
Okay, I just was checking, and so I won't have to scold Charles for for not doing his job.
Well, you can certainly scold Charles if you feel like it, but not for that.
Oh, well, we got to keep him on his toes.
Well, yeah, I think a good scolding serves that purpose.
Well, I'll pay somebody to do it.
Whatever. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir. Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open. There's a number up there. You can email us, KECHOLS47@gmail.com. Find this because I just heard an email occur. And this emailer says, Ken, are you on tonight? And can you tell them to get you in YouTube so I can watch? We're on YouTube. On YouTube, go to Ken Eccles Live. I think that's what it is on YouTube. Ken Eccles Live. And Martinsville will correct me if that's not right. We should be there because here we are. This one here says, Ken, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Everybody who works at Star News and all the viewers of Star News have a very Merry Christmas. And please, please be safe. Right? Thank you, emailer. And we will certainly second all that. This one said, oh, nice. They sent an email with a picture of their puppy. Nice puppy. And it says, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Ken. Unfortunately, I won't be spending it with anybody this year as I'm banned from celebrating with the family after last year because I said problematic things about my sister's divorce after downing 6 whiskey shots in 7 minutes. My goodness. They also said I get aggressive when I drink, and I cannot confirm or deny that because I black out when I am drunk like a super soldier. Won't be drinking this year to prevent any of my exotic songbirds from getting hurt. Happy holiday, my sweet summer child. Well, emailer, I'm sorry that you're in that situation. I think when you say you won't be drinking this year, I think that's probably the wisest decision that you can make, considering the problems, as you describe them, the problems that have come from your drinking before. I believe the decision not to drink this Christmas will serve you well, and I will hope, we will all hope, that by next Christmas you will have made amends and patched up things with your family so that you can be with your family again on Christmas. And I'm sorry that you're in that situation, but it looks like you've taken the right step toward clearing that up. And Merry Christmas to you. Here's one that's Ken. I'm going to stump you with Christmas trivia. Well, we'll get back to that one in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing, Mike Kent?
Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm having the same problem. I can get YouTube on my phone, but here it is again tonight, and it don't come in on the TV YouTube station. So I don't know what's up with that. But that last email you got, was that from Hexas, the guy that's running for DOD, or what?
The email about the drinking problem.
Yes.
No, I obviously I'm not. I won't say who that was from.
Okay, it sounded like something his mother might have wrote in or something, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But anyway,
we
wish that person well.
Right, exactly. Yep. Say, have you tried the stew yet?
Not yet. I've got it in the freezer. 1 quart in my freezer and 1 quart in my sister's freezer. Just to catch everybody up, this good man brought me 2 quarts of frozen stew yesterday, and I appreciate that. And we'll get at it after Christmas.
Well, you're very welcome, Ken. I told you we was gonna make another one in the first couple of weeks of December, but my buddy helps me make it, or I help him make it, whatever. He'd had some health problems, so we decided to wait till January to make another one. But I love that stuff, man. I really do.
Oh, that what we got from when you made this, it was terrific. I'm sure this will be actually this will probably be better. It gets better with age.
Yeah, and I think it's better too, Kim, when the weather's like it is now. The high temperatures for the days in the 30s, or I mean, it just warms your whole body up.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Mark said they were charging like $9 a quart. $9 a quart for it. But just last year we made, Ken, I think we had like $3.30 a quart in it. And that's not a really big deal. I mean, it's time consuming, but money wise, it's not that big a deal.
Well, yeah, I guess when you pay for stew, you're also paying for the time that people take to make it, because it's hard. There's a lot of work involved.
Yeah, it certainly is. But
I remember when I was a kid, we had a group around the neighborhood who made a stew, and I would hang around and try to stay. Actually, I didn't try to stay out of the way. They tried to keep me out of the way. And you're up all night around that pot making a stew. There's a lot of time goes into that.
Yeah, that's the way they do it. The way we do it, we cook the beef and the chicken one day, and then we'll just let it sit in the pot. We make it in a garage, and it's nothing get in it, and then we cover it at night too. And it stays warm even the next morning. The pot's still warm with no heat, and then heat it back up the second morning, and cut the vegetables, everything up, and put that in it, and just cook it. We cook it like 4.5 hours. So total on it, we probably got about 6 hours in it cooking time, and it usually turns out pretty good.
Oh, it turned out good, all right. It was terrific.
Yeah. Some people say that it's not spicy enough what we make, But the only thing I put in mine, I put a little bit of black pepper in it and a few crackers, and man, I'm good to go.
Well, I thought it was spiced just right. I think it's better if when I buy stew, I think it's better has if it's under seasoned more than over seasoned. Because if it's under seasoned, I can fix that. If it's over seasoned, I can't do much about it.
And that's exactly right. You can always add it, but you can't take it away.
Yeah, so I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. All right, Kent. Thanks for taking my call, man. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and tell your sister that my heart's still with her, and hope everything works out for her good this Christmas. And she's in my thoughts and prayers.
Well, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Kent.
Good night. Phone line is open. The number is up there, and the email address is kechols47@gmail.com. And another email here. Oh man, look at that back. Somebody just sent me a picture of the background, which I can't see, even though it's right there behind me. I can't see it. But now I do see it. Because thanks for sending me that. Boy, that does look good. Only problem is I've sort of, my name is sort of covered up where they got my name in lights there. Can't see that very well, but I'll raise that point the next time we negotiate a contract. I can't say negotiate a contract without laughing. So I won't even try that again. That's a good looking background, though. Thank you for sending me that picture. Now, what was this other? Oh, yeah. This other one says, Ken, I'm going to challenge you with Christmas trivia. Are you ready? Well, yeah, but you don't have any trivia questions in your email, though. So if you're going to challenge me with Christmas trivia, you're going to have to put some questions in there. Ken, how come you never play any Christmas music on your show? Well, we don't, as a rule, play music on the show. Now, I play Christmas music. I was playing Christmas music this morning. But if you weren't here, you wouldn't have heard it. We don't really play music on the show, which is why I haven't played any Christmas music. So I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't, though. Play some. Let me get my other phone over here. You want to hear Christmas music? Let me see if I can quickly find some Christmas music, and if I can figure out hang on. Why don't I play Christmas music? All right, here's something. This looks good. Let's hear a little bit of the Jolly Old St. Nicholas polka. Here it is, folks. All right, I think that's about enough. That's about enough of the Jolly Old St. Nicholas polka. But there you are, emailer. Don't let it be said again that I never played any Christmas music on the show, because I did. I did. Hello, Ken. I'm glad that you are on the air live tonight. That's not the case every night, is it? No, not every night. But it is tonight. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing here dismay.
Good.
Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
Good.
To save us all from Satan's power when we're gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
quite
you.
welcome.
Okay.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless you all.
And the same to you, Mr. Draper. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ken. Have a blessed one,
Thanks.
everyone.
Well,
Bye-bye.
that was pretty good. We didn't know Mr. Draper could sing. Clearly he can. I hope BMI doesn't sue us for that. Well, BMI wouldn't sue us for that because I'm pretty sure that song is in the public domain now. So I don't think there are any copyright holders to sue us over that one. And even if there are, certainly in the spirit of the season, they wouldn't. So a fine and pleasing rendition of that song by Mr. Draper. And we appreciate that very much. Okay, Ken, the emailer says, here comes your Christmas trivia to stump you. Okay. Question is, here's the question. Oh, come on, email. First one is, how do you say Merry Christmas in Spanish? Now, you're gonna have to do better. You're gonna have to do better than that, emailer. Feliz Navidad is how we say Merry Christmas in Spanish, and I would be surprised. I'd be very surprised if there are very many people who wouldn't know how to say that, considering how many times we've heard that song around Christmas time. I hope you got something better than that. Is there another question here? Yes. What is the name of the actor who played the boy who wanted the BB gun in A Christmas Story? Not the name of the character. What was the name of the actor? Peter Billingsley is the name of that actor. Again, as many times as I have seen the credits roll at the end of A Christmas Story, yeah, that's actually a pretty easy one too. You have anything better than that? Here's one more. What are the gifts given in the song "The Second Day of Christmas"? What gifts are given on the second day of Christmas? Well, that one is a little harder for me. That might be easy for some people. The second day of Christmas. It was two of them, two things on the second day of Christmas. Two rats annoying. Two snakes a slithering. I don't know. What there's a partridge in a pear tree. I know that. I don't know what was on the second. I don't know. Okay, you got me with that. You really couldn't get me with the first two, but you got me with that one. I don't know the answer. What is it? Oh, you don't have the answer on here. So I don't know the answer. I'm pretty sure it's not two rats annoying. Do you want to send me the answer? Somebody can send me the answer so I'll know. Because I don't know as it stands right now. Ken, are they really going to? I started to mention this the other night, and something came up and I didn't. Are they really going to play a baseball game at Bristol Motor Speedway? I don't see how they can do that, but I read that they're going to do it next summer. Yes, emailer. There is a game scheduled for Bristol Motor Speedway on, I think it's August the 2nd. I know it's August. I think it's August 2nd. And it's the Braves and the Cincinnati Reds, according to what I read on MLB.com, are going to play at Bristol Motor Speedway on August 2nd. Now, I sit here and I picture, excuse me, um, I try to picture how they fit a baseball field into Bristol Motor Speedway. Um, the the infield area at Bristol, I mean, certainly it's plenty long enough, but is it wide enough? Because there are garages there's all kinds of stuff in there. I don't see how there's enough open space inside the track there at Bristol for a baseball field. I mean, how many acres is a baseball field? Who knows? Five 5 acres? Baseball field's got to be 5 acres or more. 6 acres? Somebody look that up. How many acres in a baseball field, and how much open space inside of Bristol Motor Speedway? In my head, I just cannot make it work right in my head. Now, you might say, yeah, there are a lot of things that you cannot make work right in your head, and that's true. There are many things. But that's one of I can't quite see how they're going to do that. Now there's a picture. I saw a picture online, not a picture, an artist's rendition online of what the baseball field might look like, and it appears that it is fit inside the infield at Bristol. But I don't see how they could do it. Excuse me, I dropped my pen. There it is. I don't see how they could do it, but they say they're going to do it on August the 2nd. Um, and I'm actually, I'd like to see that. I might actually, I might just try to get tickets for that, because that would be quite a spectacle to see. But yeah, emailer, it's true. What you heard is right. They do have a game scheduled for Bristol, so we'll see how that works out. Um, and I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they clearly believe that they can do it. I read that Big Lots is closing. I know they've closed some stores, but is Big Lots just closing completely and entirely closing? They are. That's according to the announcement today. Big Lots is closing all its stores. Um, and that's too bad. Big Lots is one of those things that when somebody first thought of it, it was a terrific idea, a great business model, and it worked for a while. But obviously, it doesn't work anymore. Two French hens. Thank you. Thank you, emailer. It is two French hens delivered on the second day of the 12 days of Christmas. I was going to go crazy trying to think of that. All I could think of was, well, you've already heard all I could think of, and you don't need to hear it again. But it was two French hens. This one says, hey, Ken, just wanting to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and all the listeners as well. Thank you, emailer, and a Merry Christmas to you as well. And I appreciate that. This is not, even though it's not Christmas Eve, it is our Christmas Eve show because we will all be off tomorrow night. Hey, Ken, it's trivia mail again. Oh, is the Christmas trivia challenger is back. Okay, you didn't know about the two French hens, so that's one wrong and two right. Here is your next. Apparently, this is going to go on all night. Here is your next Christmas trivia question, and we'll hold that for just a moment. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening to you, Ken.
Good evening.
In answer to your question, a quick search tells me that the Major League Baseball says 4.5 acres for a baseball field.
4.5 acres for a field. Now, do they have 4.5 open acres in Bristol Motor Speedway?
I'm no expert, but in my infinite ignorance, I would say no.
That's what I would say. I don't know. I don't know how they can do it.
That one's beyond me too. Unless they tear down a bunch of buildings or put in a false ground, I don't know what they're. It's going to be an interesting exercise to see how they pull it off.
Have you seen anything about it online?
No, I have not.
Well,
This was the absolute first I'd heard of it. To be honest with you.
I just saw it. I saw it last week on website MLB.com is where I saw it. And I say they had an artist rendition, but the artist rendition didn't really show me much about how they're going to do it. Now, you said something interesting, putting in building a level, a platform, building a new ground level above. That would be a real job.
I don't know, because you're right, but you're absolutely right. When you look at it, much the same as many racetracks, there are permanent structures built in the middle of that place.
Right. And I just don't think there's that much open ground in there.
They're not 4.5 acres. No.
No, I don't know. I'll see if I can find some more information online, because I'm really curious how they could do that.
I mean, I have not been inside Bristol Motor Speedway. I have spent many hours inside Martinsville Speedway, and I think it's probably about the same deal inside, probably.
Yeah, it's a half mile, same size
Right.
track. Of course, a lot more banking at Bristol, but it's about the same. And surely they couldn't do it in Martinsville Speedway.
No, like I said, what do you do? Tear down buildings or put up a false floor with dirt on turf on that? I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch how they pull it off, though.
And I'm thinking, even if they tore down the building, and they're not, I mean, they're not going to tear down the building, but imagine, even if they did, could they still do it? You'd have a lot of room for center field, but you're not going to have much room for left field and right field.
It's going to be a real skinny ball field, isn't it?
Yeah, be like the old, remember the Los Angeles Coliseum when the Dodgers played there? It's shaped like a paperclip.
The city kids will probably say it's about like playing stickball in the alley. But
Well, it's puzzling me how they're going to do it, but it's scheduled for August 2nd, Braves and the Reds.
That's going to be fun to watch. From the fun to watch category, it also makes me think about this upcoming All-Star race.
Yeah, Bowman Gray.
How in the world are they going to pull that off inside that place?
Well, they're going to pull it off, though. They're going to pull it off. How well they pull it off remains to be seen. In fact, I got a notice in my email a couple of days ago about parking. They're letting people know about parking arrangements at Bowman Gray. Bowman Gray Stadium itself does not have a whole lot of parking.
That's right.
And it's certainly not going to be enough parking to accommodate this crowd, but they're telling people where they can go to park. There are places around where you can park, and they're going to have shuttles running from parking lots up to the stadium, so people don't have to walk all that distance. So
the All-Star race draws a crowd that'll probably equal the entire population of Winston-Salem.
I'm telling you, it draws a crowd. So they've got two miracles to accomplish. First, they got to park everybody, and then they got to make everything work inside of Bowman Gray Stadium.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm kind of excited to kind of take the sit back, hide, and watch on this one.
Oh yeah, that's going to be something to see. It really will.
Oh my! Well, my wishes. I echo my wishes echo good wishes and good tidings to everybody. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody, Ken. And take care. I'll talk with you some other time, sir.
Well, Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. Thank you for calling. Good night. Yep. I'm sorry that I'm doing all this, folks. I've got some sort of a Christmas sniffle. it happens. Um, Two things that I don't know how they're going. Well, the one thing I don't know how they're going to do it is a baseball at Bristol Motor Speedway. Uh, I guess I know how they're going to do the All-Star race at Bowman Gray. I don't know how well it's going. I don't know how well it's going to work. Let's see. Field dimensions. Field dimensions will be. This is for Bristol, I guess. 330 feet in the corners, 400 feet to center field, 384 left center, 375 right center. The race, sponsored by BuildSubmarines.com, is a collaboration between the Fabled Track and Major League Baseball, with the possibility of a NASCAR MLB cross promotion August 9th, 2024. I think I said August 2nd. It's August 9th, 2024. So as the field is described here, it'll be a normal sized field, 400 to center, 330 right field line, 330 left field line. So I guess that there's enough room in there to do it. If they've got it planned to this degree, I guess it'll work. Mr. Eccles, let me tell you, good sir, I have not watched a single episode of these singing Muppets inhabited by mostly faux celebrities, otherwise known as the Masked Singer. However, when a recent caller mentioned the Buffaloes and that some people were thinking that they were the remaining members of the Temptations, my interest was piqued to the degree that I sought the aforementioned out on YouTube, of which I assume you are familiar. YouTube, of course, was an excellent source for many pirated clips of the Buffaloes singing throughout the competition. It took me about 30 seconds to guess correctly that the group was indeed Boyz II Men of 90s adult R&B fame. Their soothing and buttery voices were easily recognized, especially as they each ended their verses with their signature style of pronouncing the last syllable in about 40 different keys and variations to show off their skills. However, says the emailer, I'm not here to brag about the fact that I can correctly guess the Boyz II Men group, regardless of what animal they are dressed as. I'm here to question how such well-trained musical judges, such as Jenny McCarthy and that funny Asian guy from The Hangover, were able to correctly guess Lil Wayne, Joey Fatone, Rob Gronkowski, and Kevin Hart right off the bat on their very first outings, and yet they couldn't recognize one of the most recognizable, highest-selling groups of literally their own youth without hearing them multiple times. I could understand if they were split up. I could understand if a couple of them had developed raspy voices. But all together, all sounding the same Bose Wave CD quality that they sounded straight out of the 1990s, shrink-wrapped plastic, it's the same as hearing the Thurl Ravenscroft sing anything, and acting like you're just flabbergasted and can't possibly place the voice. I hate to say it, Mr. Eccles, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this show is not totally on the up and up, and they may actually be playing the dramatics for bigger ratings. I certainly hope you and the Star News team will investigate this further. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Thank you, emailer. I believe the emailer raises a legitimate question. And I need not repeat the emailer's assertions, as you have just heard them all. I will just say, yeah, emailer, it does kind of make you wonder, doesn't it? It probably would not be beyond the realm of imagination for the producers of a network television show, particularly a competition show such as this one, to use certain tactics to maintain maintain interest over a period of weeks in a thing like this. So, emailer, I don't I don't really separate myself from what you have suggested. Anyway, they were great, and it was a pleasure to listen to them all those weeks, and they are still as good as they ever were, and good for them. Let's see. Here's one that says, Merry Christmas to Star News and to all a good night. Okay, good. Thank you, emailer. Ken, here's your next Christmas trivia question. Oh, I am to be further tormented. Here's your next Christmas trivia question. What is the total number of gifts given on the 12 days of Christmas? Answer, please. The total number of gifts given during the 12 days of Christmas. Well, we know there's 12 partridges in 12 pear trees. Now let me get back to that one in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken. Merry Christmas and
Thank
happy
you.
holidays.
To you too. Thank you.
Yeah, look, I'm glad to hear about that race at Bowman Gray because that's one race I know I won't be the only one on the wall.
Well, not only are they going to
You
be
can be
on
sure
the
of that. Huh?
not only will they be on the wall at Bowman Gray, there may be some in the stands at Bowman Gray. I wouldn't sit too close to the track.
No, I wouldn't want front row seats, would you?
No. No.
That's going to be very interesting. Look, when is the first race? What date is that? No.
The Daytona, the first Cup race?
Yeah, Daytona.
It's February, I want to say February 17th. That's probably wrong. But if it's not February 17th, it's close to February 17th.
Oh, okay. All right, then. That's going to be interesting and all. So kind of look forward to that. But anyway, you and your staff and your family have a Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you later.
Well, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thanks for calling. Yep, there's going to be some rough stuff going on at Bowman Gray. How many total gifts in the 12 days of Christmas? 12 partridges, and so then there's 2 French hens for less than 22 French. You know what we ought to have? While I think of it, we ought to have a musical interlude while I ponder this. So let's have a little musical interlude here. Little musical interlude. Wow, a musical interlude probably wasn't long enough, but I have an answer. I'll tell you in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Ken. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Same to you.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
It used to be across from Turner's Drive-In in Reedsville, a curb market. Had a wooden floor.
Right.
Do you remember the name of that?
Oh, gosh.
Wasn't it McCollum's?
Yeah, maybe. I can't say for sure. It was something like that.
but it was a curb market and had a wooden floor in it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to say, I want to say, Moore, but it wasn't Moore's. Moore's was somewhere else. I think it might have been McCollum's.
And you remember Dyer's Coal and Ice coming up Monument Hill?
Oh yeah, we bought coal. That's where we bought our coal.
Yeah, bought it for $1 a bag, and watermelons, cold watermelons for $1.
I remember the watermelons, and I especially remember the coal in the wintertime. That curb, get back to the curb market. I remember you'd walk in there on that wooden floor, and there were a few places in there where it would sag a little bit, where you'd walk across it. And I remember the smell. There was always the smell of cantaloupes I think they always had a lot of cantaloupes, because I remember smelling cantaloupes in there.
Yeah. And, well, I just wanted to let the viewers know Organ Hill Fire Department's cooking a stew.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me write this down. Okay, let's hear the details.
It's going to be in January the 18th.
January 18th.
And it's $8 a quart.
All right. Do you want to give us a phone number?
I do not know right off. They can call the fire department if they would like to order some.
Organ Hill Fire Department, January 18th, $8 a quart, folks. Make a note of it.
And they cook 400 gallons.
400 gallons. All right.
And it's a big turnout for it.
Man, 400 gallons, 1,600 quarts.
Yes, sir.
Good news.
Okay. Well, you have a good one.
Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, folks, we have the Mayodan Fire Department on January 11th, Organ Hill Fire Department on January 18th. So we're going to be pretty well fixed for stew in the winter, it would appear. 364 is my answer to the total number of gifts given in the 12 days of Christmas. I say 364 is and I'm not the only one who says that. Emailer says 364 gifts total. And I can tell you the emailer is a lot smarter than I am. So if this emailer says 364, then I might be right. It is 364. Because one great mind plus my mind have agreed on 364 total gifts in the 12 days of Christmas. Now, emailer, we're almost out of time. So, emailer, if you want to send me another email and acknowledge that you have not stumped us with that one, then feel free to do so. Meanwhile, this emailer says, Ken, Merry Christmas to you and that guy in Martinsville that you talk to sometime. Yeah, good. That's good. We should remember that guy in Martinsville. And to all of Star News, I even wish a Merry Christmas to the irascible, I'm not sure that's the way you spell it, but I think we understand what you mean. Charles Roy. Even to Charles Roy, this emailer wishes Merry Christmas. That's certainly magnanimous. And here is the Christmas trivia emailer says, yes, Ken, you and the smarter person are correct. It's 364. So you got 2 right and 2 wrong. And Merry Christmas to you and to everybody. Well, thank you, emailer. 364. Good. Good. That is all the time we have tonight. We will be back next Monday night. We won't be on won't be on Christmas Eve or on Christmas night, but we'll back on our regular schedule next week. I hope you'll join us then. Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.